What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I have a lot of energy today. It's Friday. My name is Erin, and I clearly love coffee a lot, and I make videos about Nespresso. If you want to watch videos about Nespresso or watch a cute girl like me talk about coffee, you should definitely subscribe below and make sure to give the video a thumbs up so that the YouTube algorithm shows me some love. All right, let's get into it. So Nespresso just came out with a new release. It is the first double espresso pod that they've created as a part of their Master Origins collection, which they've really been expanding lately. The last new release was a single espresso shot, the Vertuo Organic coffee, which was part of the Master Origins collection as well. And now we've got La Cumplida Refinada. So very beautiful box. It's upside down. Very beautiful box. I'm really excited to try this. I know this is a very fruity coffee. It has notes of pomegranate, I believe, and maybe even cherry. I'm gonna read you the description. And sorry, I took some of the pods out, which is why there's that empty space shaking noise. It is a 5 out of 13 on the intensity scale. And yes, it has fruity and candied notes and uses innovative fermentation, which I'm about to tell you all about. Sharing a perfect cup, Nespresso collaborated on a new approach to fermentation with La Cumplida farmers from Nicaragua to master the process and unlock smooth, candied cherry and pomegranate notes. La Cumplida's farm's local craftsmen refined coffee cherry fermentation time and temperature to unveil surprisingly balanced and exquisite aromas. Nespresso supports local farms in planting up to 100,000 native trees. It protects nature and contributes to the production of high-quality coffee. The Sustainable Quality Program was co-developed with the Rainforest Alliance. We source more than 80% of our coffee from AAA farms and over 40% from Rainforest Alliance certified farms. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Because basically, this is not an organic coffee, which basically means it's certified USDA organic. And to be certified USDA organic, you have to have 95% of your product has to be organic. So, or from organic growing or production means. So it is not organic, but it's basically still amazing because it's using sustainable farming techniques. They've collaborated specifically with the farmers in Nicaragua in order to do this. So it's also a much less exploitative process than a lot of other coffee extraction or trade processes can be. I'm excited to do this taste test. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a cup of this, and then I'm gonna try it, and then I'm gonna make an oat milk latte and see how it is with that, which is probably what I would mostly use this for. I'm not necessarily somebody who wants double espresso like on the daily. I drink coffee much more for the taste, and I don't want to get over caffeinated also because I'd rather have like 2 cups of coffee versus have 1 cup of coffee that is equal to 2 cups, if that makes sense, because I enjoy drinking coffee so much that I want to have it kind of throughout the day and not sort of like front load all my caffeine, if that makes sense. So I think I said if that makes sense about 10 times. So go ahead, brew up a cup, and I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to show you what the capsules look like. How beautiful is that? I love the silver. And it says La Cumplida, or I always say that wrong, La Cumplida Refinada. La Cumplida Refinada on it. So very pretty. Is done. Yeah, I can definitely tell there's 2 shots of espresso in there. So just the aromatic profile, I can smell cherries. Like even taking the coffee from the machine and putting it into my hand, I was like, wow, I'm really getting the smell of cherries. It's almost like there's fresh cherries in my kitchen. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like fruity notes. It's like, I can definitely smell a little of that pomegranate as well. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a taste. Okay. So I'm not somebody who ever drinks espresso plain like this, but because it's definitely very powerful and strong, but that's the point, and especially because it's a double shot. So I mean, it's definitely acidic, but that's just kind of the nature of coffee. Yeah, I would say it's definitely really fruity. It's a fruity, acidic kind of coffee. If you're into that, it's a light roast with a fruity aromatic profile. I feel like that's pretty much what I get is cherry and pomegranate. Really the only two notes they talked about other than it having a candied quality to it. But you definitely, I think the aftertaste is a little sweeter than the initial swallow, if you will, if that's not weird to describe. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make this an oat milk latte. I've got my oat milk ready to go over here in my Arancino. Let me show you. Here's the milk in my Arancino, and I'm gonna go ahead and make this into a latte and then try it. Let me do a pour so that you guys can see the amazing frothy oat milk. But yeah. All right, so we've got our beautiful frothed oat milk. I'm gonna try to show you guys that angle. Look how good that looks, right? Very excited to give this a try, so cheers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's lovely. For a latte, I think this is like the perfect espresso shot because typically a latte will have a double espresso because the milk makes it so full bodied and you're using so much of it that you want to still be able to taste the espresso in the drink, you know? So I think because of that, it's just perfect. And if you like a lighter roasted espresso, again, I think this is great. And you still get the fruitiness. I mean, the milk doesn't really change any of the taste of the espresso to me. It just makes it a little less potent as far as the acidity and the bitterness of the coffee, but I think everything else is the same. You definitely still get the cherry, you still get the pomegranate. Yeah, that's so good. So good, oh my gosh, I love it. This is probably my favorite, this is definitely my favorite double espresso pod from Nespresso. There's only a couple other options and I don't really like either of the other options. I've tried both of them. This one is definitely my favorite. But just in general, I think for a latte, I struggled to find a good pod for lattes because, like I said, I don't really like double espresso, and really the only time I would ever reach for one would be for a latte. So I don't necessarily like to buy a whole sleeve of double espressos, and especially because I didn't really like the other ones that Nespresso has. So I've been really struggling to find a good pod for a latte, or that just really hits the spot in the exact same way that a coffee shop latte would. And this does it, let me tell you. I'm like, this is doing the trick for me. So I absolutely love this. I'm definitely gonna repurchase it. I think I would give it a 9 out of 10 on taste. It's fantastic, love it. This is probably the best taste test I think that I've done, or my favorite coffee from a taste test. And, you know, I love that Nespresso is doing these more innovative growing techniques and farming methods and really does care about sustainability and quality. I think that's what makes it really stand out, even just as a brand. So I hope they continue to expand the Master Origins line, because I think that that's definitely where the best coffee is. And it's nice to see them sort of capitalize on it and add many more options to that collection. So thanks so much for watching. Remember, give this a thumbs up if you like the content, and feel free to comment, subscribe, all of the above, and I'll see you soon for a new video.